Welcome back, guys. If you don't know me, my name is Harrison Bevins. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller currently living in Guangzhou, China. In my previous video, we've talked about doing product research, product validation, and today I want to show you how to source products on Alibaba and make sure that you find a good manufacturer, someone who's not going to scam you, somebody who's not gonna screw you over and send you a crappy product. So we're gonna show you exactly how to do that and what to send them to get the information that you need to make this business model work. All right, so let's jump into the desktop and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I go about finding suppliers on Alibaba and what you should look out for. Okay, so here we are. We're at Alibaba.com and we are going to use one of the products that I used in our last example, which is a blackhead remover vacuum. So the thing that's great about Alibaba is that they basically allow manufacturers from all over the world to list their products. So you have a very large selection, but this can be kind of a pain in the ass too, because you know a lot of guys coming on here and usually quality is not up to standards, so it's kind of tough. You really got to dig deep and do your diligence to make sure that you find quality supplier. So just starting off, you guys can see here's the interface. We have a list of blackhead remover vacuums. These are different tools that you can use on your face. It's a beauty product. And one of the first things that I do when I'm looking for a supplier is I tick off these 2 points here, which is trade assurance and the Gold Plus supplier. And basically, you just hover over it, you can see what it is. Trade assurance is just basically, it allows you to use Alibaba's system for payment so that if anything goes wrong with the order, basically you're protected. Gold Plus supplier is just like a badge that suppliers can use. They can put it on their store. It just signifies that they paid a good amount of money to have this certification, and generally that shows that they're more serious if they're paying this much money. I believe it's several $1,000s per year to have this type of certification. It says a premium membership for higher level suppliers. And then, so once I've checked those 2 things off, I go down here to sort by. It shows you the best match, and because I want to get the most information the quickest, I will sort by response rate, because I want the suppliers that have good communication skills and the ones who want my business, the ones who are willing to work with me. I found that these are suppliers that will give you the least amount of headache when you're working with them. If you have a supplier that you're speaking with and then all of a sudden they drop off the face of the earth, it's like the most frustrating thing in the world. So response rate is a big factor for me. Transactions, some people go by suppliers that have a lot of transactions. That means that they've done a lot of business. Personally, I don't think that's a huge deal because a lot of people pay off of Alibaba using PayPal or different payment services, so not all of those transactions are going to get logged in Alibaba's system. So even if it might be low on Alibaba, they could have a number of transactions. So going through this, guys, we see a number of listings that all look very similar. Ultimately, what I'm going to do is reach out to pretty much all of them, as many as I can that have products that are relevant to what I'm looking for. So let's just start off with this guy up here up top. It says top selling personal USB rechargeable blackhead remover vacuum for acne. A 95% response rate. They've been established since 2007, so over 10 years of doing business. Let's go in and we'll take a look at their listing, and I can just show you some things to look out for. Okay, so I like to take a look at some of the things over here to the right, just a little bit of information about the company. Zhongshan Bisun Plastic Electronic Products Co. They're a manufacturer and a trading company. Gold Plus supplier, trade assurance. Looks like fast response time and a good response rate. And then just take a look at the product details to make sure that it's similar to the product that you're looking for. Just look at the photos. So it looks like the presentation is pretty good. Obviously, this doesn't mean that the product you're getting is going to be high quality or good, but I generally like to see that the The factory on here kind of knows what they're doing. At least their presentation is professional. Looks like this is the factory, at least we hope it is. Could totally be fake. And then here's some FAQs, which are nice to read. So they kind of shows you their terms of payments, how long it takes to deliver, different packaging. And then once I get down to the bottom, I will send them a message, which is basically a template that I use, which gets all of the detailed information I need to narrow down my supplier list. I have it pulled up here. This is a supplier outreach template, and I'm just gonna read it through very quickly. It says, "Hi, my name is Harrison Bevins, and I am the procurement agent for a number of different online retailers. I'm interested in your product and was hoping you could answer the following questions." And then you'll list specific things that you need for this product. I generally like to ask the MOQ, the price per unit at various order amounts, if they can do any customizations to the material design, depends on the product. The lead times, that means how long is it going to take to produce this. Payment terms, if they're willing to do like a 30% upfront and then a 70% on the completion. And then payment methods like, can I pay through Alibaba, wire transfer, PayPal, etc. And then you can ask them some additional questions at the bottom, like, are you a factory? Are you a trading company? Sometimes they'll tell you straight up that they're a trading company. It's just good to know. And then I'll ask them if they can ship samples and let them know that as an agent or a procurement agent for various clients, I don't pay for samples, and if they're willing to send samples, I need to know that. And then I will also ask them, this is a little pro tip, I'll ask them if they can add me on WeChat. If you don't have WeChat, you should download it. Everybody in China uses it for communication. For me, I like it better because it's just quicker, and a lot of times these suppliers, they don't get these emails, or when they do, it's super late. I've just found that the response times when using Alibaba's messaging system is super slow, so I like to get them on WeChat and continue the conversation on that platform. Guys, I'm gonna link this template down below in the description. You guys can use it, no problem. So just find this after the video and you'll find it in the description. Let's go back to here. So here is just the first listing. And then what I'll do, guys, is I will basically repeat that process for 10 to 20 to maybe even 30 different suppliers and get all of this information and aggregate it into a spreadsheet, which I'll show you here. So this is a supplier quote form that I use, and basically it allows me to see all of the suppliers that I reach out to and narrow down my choices from there. So I have the supplier name, the contact person, this is like the person that you're speaking to, their sales rep. This stuff, you can add it if you want, but it depends on the product. Supplier model number, product picture, color, description of it, a sample cost if they do charge, and then the price, the different prices based on different metrics. So you have like, what is the price based on 100 units, 500 units, 1,000 units, and make sure also that you clarify once they do give you pricing, you need to clarify whether it's X works or free on board. And these are shipping terms that I'm going to explain to you in the next video. So please subscribe if you want to get that information. We also have payment terms, payment type, certification, the color that they offer, exclusivity agreements, and then some other stuff related to shipping that I'll go into in the following video. I will also link this supplier quote form in the description below. You guys can use it, no problem. And that is the gist of finding a supplier on Alibaba. There's no real secret about it. It's just some grunt work. You gotta go in and you gotta reach out to a bunch of different suppliers, get their information, and then from there you can narrow down who you want to work with based on a number of things. Me personally, I like suppliers that communicate really well, that are quick to respond, accommodating, and obviously price is a big factor. Quality is a huge factor. So once you can narrow down your list based on who's responding to you, if they pay attention to detail, like did they answer all of your questions in your first outreach message. These are all very clear things to pay attention to. Use common sense. If there's a supplier that's being a little weird or shady, they're like, sorry, I need you to pay 100% upfront, or you can only pay with Western Union. Those are huge red flags, and those are suppliers that you want to stay away from. So use a little bit of common sense when you're doing this. And if you guys have any questions, other questions regarding sourcing on Alibaba, let me know. Obviously, Alibaba is not the only place to source products. This is just a demonstration of Alibaba.com. I will make more videos showing you how you can find products in different ways, actually ways that are a little bit more difficult but can give you a competitive advantage because everybody's sourcing on Alibaba now. Anyway, I hope that was useful. Make sure you guys find those links below for the outreach template, also the supplier quote form spreadsheet. Please like the video, subscribe guys. I'm gonna be putting out more content. I'm trying to do a video every other day. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.